Good evening.
Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
How are you?
Fine, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. What about others? Trilokya, Neha, Bhavesh, how are you all?
I'm fine, ma'am. Fine, ma'am.
I'm good. Okay. So, Trilokya, what have you put up today on your notice board?
Ma'am,
How many pictures there?
I find some history sometimes a little hard. So, like, there are just few of the sites names, the Neolithic and Mesolithic sites name, because I find it hard to remember.
Ah, I understand. What else? What else have you put up?
Some like over here I have few science points. I've like few points I find hard, and on top I kept my date sheet of my first.
Okay, that's nice. Good. Very nice. I could see some papers, no? That's why I'm asking. Okay. Okay, children, please turn on your videos,
My
everyone.
exam date.
Yes, beta.
When I got my exam date.
When is it?
No, 27th, ma'am, mathematics.
27th is your mathematics.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Otherwise, when are the exams starting?
Ma'am, 24th.
24th. Okay. So your maths is on 27th. Right.
Yes. Ma'am, today for me. Started today only.
Your half-yearly exam started?
Today only, ma'am.
Model
Today I
exams are
completed my
over?
model. Today I completed my all model exam tests and PT2 started.
PT2 started. Okay. Great. Neha, turn on your video. Adya. So today we'll be revising another chapter. Okay, like in our last class we revised fractions. Before that we revised integers. And in today's class we will be revising elementary shapes. Okay, right? Understanding elementary shapes.
Mom, I don't have the chapter, ma'am.
Okay, okay, don't worry. I'll show you.
So I don't have.
I'll show you on the screen.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Neha, turn on your video. Adya.
Yes, ma'am. Just
Okay, I'll take you to the screen now, children. This is the chapter. So although you have done this chapter, you're just revising it today. Yes. So those who have not done, they can also listen carefully to it. Okay. See, children.
we started this chapter, ma'am. It's our second chapter.
Yes. Okay, so this is understanding elementary shapes. In NCRT book, this is chapter number 5. Okay, now measuring line segment. See, how do we measure a line segment? with a scale? If I ask you to measure some line, you will definitely do it with a scale, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Or there is any other thing you can do with?
Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
Ma'am, divider.
Yes, that's divider also. Okay. So, but very commonly you use a ruler.
Yes, ma'am.
Divider you rarely use, is it? But divider gives you the perfect measurement, accurate measurement. Okay. The divider,
Drawing circle.
what happened?
Like for drawing a circle.
That is compass. To draw a circle, we need compass,
No,
not
no,
divider.
measurement of radius, diameter.
That's when you have two pointers, it can be a divider. So that time compass also does the work of a divider only. Okay. So ruler and divider. We always say that divider gives you the accurate measurement of any line segment that you're measuring. Why we say that, and why not ruler? Why not ruler? We say that ruler is not, why ruler is not giving us accurate measurement? Because sometimes what happens, the thickness of the ruler brings some errors, okay, in the measurement. You must have seen there are some plastic scales are there. Sometimes there are wooden scales. Yes. So because of the thickness of the scale, sometimes the error in the measurement of the line segment arises. Okay. The error arises in that due to the thickness of the ruler. So in that case, what do? We take the help of a divider. So we keep the divider. Suppose this is line segment AB. You can see on the scale, suppose. So we keep the divider pointer at A and the other pointer at B. Okay. And then we bring the divider closer to the scale and we measure it. How many centimeters is it? Okay. Right, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is how first we measure on the line. See, we keep both the pointers on either ends and then we bring it on the scale to measure how much is that opening of the divider. So that gives us the very accurate measurement. Okay. And whenever we are looking at some scale, we should always see it perpendicular. See, it's written here, positioning error. To get correct measure, the eye should be correctly positioned, just vertically above the mark. Otherwise, errors can happen due to angular viewing. If you look from the side, one side, other side, from some other side, you might find some angular errors. But the correct position to look at some scale is the perpendicular position. Perpendicular means the vertical position. Okay? Right, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the first exercise. Let's see what's given in this. What is the disadvantage in comparing line segments by mere observation? Okay, who can tell me what is the disadvantage in just observing the line? If somebody gives me a line segment, say this is the line segment, okay, and I tell you what is the measurement of this, what will you say? You will just make some guesses, isn't? Sometimes you will say it's 2 centimeters. Somebody will say it's 4 centimeters. So somebody will say it's 5, 1. No? This type of measurements you will give me? Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So, what is the disadvantage in comparing line segments by mere observation? What can you say now?
Ma'am, it is not accurate.
Yes, it is not accurate. There may be chances of error. Okay? Due to improper viewing. Okay, children?
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
The next question is, why is it better to use divider than a ruler while measuring the length of a line segment? Why is it better? Just now we spoke about it.
Ma'am, because of its
Ma'am,
thickness.
yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, because of the scale's thickness.
Sometimes the thickness of the scale gives us the error, right? Okay, draw any line segment AB. You know, this is the symbol of line segment, this horizontal bar.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This we represent line segment. Draw any line segment AB, taking any point C lying in between AB. Measure the lengths of AB, BC, and AC. Is AB equal to AC plus CB? Will that be equal? Please do it in your notebooks. Make any line segment AB of whatever measurement you want. Measure it, then measure the length of AC and CB and check whether it is equal to AB.
And after drawing the line, what should we do?
After drawing the line, take a point C on the line AB. Take a point on that line.
Ma'am, next.
Next, measure AB. Find the length of AB. Then find the length of AC. Then find the length of CB. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, just check whether AB, length of AB is equal to length of CA plus length of CB. Just check whether you get left hand side equal to right hand side.
Yes, ma'am.
Are all getting equal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what does this result show? What can you conclude from this result when we say that left side is equal to right side?
So AB is equals to CA plus CB.
So what do you conclude with that? We conclude that C lies on AB. Okay. What do we conclude? That point C lies on AB. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Had this point been somewhere outside the line, so would this thing be proved? No, no. Okay. You understood?
Yes, ma'am.
AB is equal to CA plus CB. That means C lies on this line. Okay. Okay, let's see another question. If A, B, and C are 3 points on a line such that AB is 5 centimeter, BC is 3 centimeters, and AC is 8 centimeters, which one of them lies between the other two? Now you have to say which point lies between the other two. ABC are 3 points on a line. Please draw a line on your notebook. And name that line as AC. This is one line. Name this line as AC. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is the measurement of AC given? 8 centimeters. So
8
draw an 8
centimeters.
centimeter line. Now, from A to 5 centimeters, take 5 centimeters from A and take a point here. This point is B. So that B is 5 centimeters. Okay, it will be here. B is 5 centimeters. And B to C will be 3 centimeters. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what can you say? Which point lies between
Ma'am, the
the
P point lies between the A and C line.
so point
Yes,
B lies between A and C. It seemed like you did question number 3, is it?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's come to question number 5. Verify whether D is the midpoint of AG. Okay, let me just erase this part. Okay. Verify whether D is the midpoint of AG. So you have to verify. See the figure. Now A, B, C, D, E, F, G. All these have equal distance between them. So in the question, we are talking about D here. Okay, so if I see towards the left hand side of D, I have one part here, I have another part here, 3, 4 parts here towards the left hand side. And towards the right hand side, I have 1, 2, and 3. 3 parts this side. So verify whether D is the midpoint of, oh, it's saying A to G, not 0 point, A to G. Okay, so till A we have 3 parts this side and 3 parts on the right hand side. So is D the midpoint of AG?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So D is the midpoint of AG, right? Okay.
Yes.
If question number 6, if B is the midpoint of AC and C is the midpoint of BD, okay, if B, this point, B is the midpoint of AC and C is the midpoint of BD, where A, B, C, D lie on a straight line. Say why AB is equal to CD. You have to say why AB is equal to CD. B is the midpoint of AC. When B is the midpoint, that this implies what? This implies that AB is equal to BC. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if B is the midpoint of AC, we can say that AB is equal to BC. Now, if B is midpoint, if B is midpoint of, not B, if C, if C is midpoint of BD, we can say that BC is equal to CD. Yes? If C, look here in the figure, if C is the midpoint of BD, can I say that BC is equal to CD?
No, ma'am.
Why no? See this, see the figure. A is here, B is here, C is here, D is here. It's saying that B is midpoint of A and C. So can I say midpoint means what? It divides the line into 2 equal parts, no? Middle point, midpoint. So
Yes.
that means AB will be equal to BC. Yes,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
no?
Yes.
So that's what I have written here. And if I say C is midpoint of B and D, so that means BC will be equal to CD.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so that's what I have written here. It's nothing different. So, how can you say that AB is equal to CD? AB is equal to BC and BC is equal to CD. Like this, AB is equal to BC and further BC is equal to CD. So that means AB is equal to CD, no? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
children?
ma'am.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So because these 3 are equal, that means AB will be equal to CD. Okay? Understood, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So let's see the 6th question. In question number 7. Draw 5 triangles and measure their sides. Okay, check in each case if the sum of the length of any two sides is always less than the third side. So you have to make a triangle. You have to make 5 triangles and you have to check whether the sum of two sides is less than the third side or not. So you can take it as a homework. Yes. So just draw any type of 5 triangles. You can make an acute triangle, obtuse triangle, right angle triangle, another different kinds of triangles, and just check whether the sum of two sides is greater or less than the third side. Just check out that for all the 5 triangles. Okay? Right, children? So you will do it as a homework. What happened? Nobody is replying today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You all had your lunch?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
So why isn't the energy
Ma'am.
today? Yes, children. Why the energy is less today? Okay, let's come to exercise 5.2. Okay, this is I'm talking about angles. Okay, so we have so many angles, different types of angles we have studied. Right angle, straight angle, acute angle, obtuse angle. Okay, now I'll ask each one of you.
Reflect angle.
Yes, reflex angle. Very good. Okay. Keep your videos on. Why the videos are off? Everyone turn on your videos. See, throughout the class, you have to keep your video on. Okay? Okay, starting with Neha. Neha, what is acute angle?
Ma'am, acute angle is an angle which is less than 90 degrees.
Yes, the angle which lies between 0 and 90 degrees is acute angle. Very nice. Yes, Harshit, what is obtuse angle?
Ma'am, obtuse angle which is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees is called
Very
obtuse
nice.
angle.
Okay. Adya, what is the straight angle?
Ma'am, it is 180 degrees.
Good. Trilokya, what is reflex angle?
Ma'am, an angle which is more than 180 degrees.
Yes, it is more than 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees. Okay.
Okay.
So that's reflex angle. Neha, what is complete angle?
Ma'am, full 360 degrees.
Full 360-degree angle is complete angle. So based on the angle information, let's see. We'll study with the revolution of a clock. See, clockwise, there comes a word clockwise and anti-clockwise. Clockwise means in the direction of a clock. You all have seen how the clock moves, how the needles of the clock moves. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
In which
Ma'am, to the
direction?
right side.
Yes. Okay. And the direction opposite to the needles of the clock is anti-clockwise. Okay. Now let's see the first question. What fraction of a clockwise revolution does the hour hand of a clock turn through when it goes from 3 to 9? Now moving from 3 to 9, how much revolution is it taking? What fraction of the revolution? 3 to 9. So in a clock you have 3 is here, okay, and 9 is here. So from 3 to 9, how much fraction of the revolution? This is one complete circle. So that means it is moving to, Trilokya will tell me.
Ma'am, half of the circle.
Yes, half. We just have to say the fraction, okay? So that's half, 1 by 2. Okay. Next, Harshit will tell me. Harshit, if the clock hands are moving in clockwise direction from 6 to 3, 6 is here, in clockwise direction like this, it reaches 3. That means how much fraction of the revolution it has moved through?
Ma'am, it moved 9 by 12.
9 by 12.
Ma'am, 1/4.
In clockwise direction, I'm saying.
Ma'am, 9 by 12. I
Tell me
mean 8 by
your,
12. Ma'am,
tell
8
me
by
the
12.
lowest form of that, no?
Oh, ma'am, 3 by 3.
Ma'am, 3 by
2
4.
by 3, ma'am. Ma'am, 2 by
Yes,
3.
3 by
Ma'am,
3
2
by
by
4.
3.
3 by 4. See here, the clock is like this. Is it? Yes, Bhavesh is here. Bhavesh, where were you? I couldn't see you.
I joined in the starting only.
I know you joined in the starting, but where were you in the middle?
I was listening.
I couldn't see your name even here. Okay, now see Harshit, the clock is moving and the needles are moving in clockwise direction like this, like this, like this, and it stopped at 3. It started from 6, it stopped at 3. That means how much fraction of the revolution it has taken?
Ma'am, 2 by 3.
No, dear, this is, see, this part is, see here, this much portion is 1/4. Yes, of this complete circle, if I divide it into 4 equal parts, this part is 1/4. This part is another 1/4. This is another 1/4. This is another 1/4. That means 6 is here and 3 is here. So it is moving in this direction. That means 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. So how many 1/4s are there? 3? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is 3 1/4s are there. That means 3 by 4 revolution. Yes, 3/4 of the revolution it has taken.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now when I talk about hands of a clock moving from 1 to 10. Now 1 is here, 10 is here, and the clock direction is clockwise. So 1 to 10, how many revolutions will it take? What fraction of the revolution? Bhavesh will tell me.
Which one?
From 1 to 10, what fraction of the revolution is covered?
Ma'am, 3 by 4.
Yes, absolutely. That's 3 by 4. Okay. Right, children? See, 1 is here, 10 is here. So moving through like this, that means if from the complete circle, if you remove the 1/4 part, this is 1/4 part. So the remaining is 3/4. Yes? Okay. Where will the hand of a clock stop if starts at 12 and makes half of a revolution in clockwise direction? Now clock will take half revolution. It started from 12. It stopped at, where will it stop? Taking half revolution.
Ma'am, 6.
Yes, that's 6.
6 o'clock, ma'am.
Okay. Now Trilokya will tell me. Trilokya, where will the hand of a clock stop if it starts at 2 and makes half of a revolution clockwise, in clockwise direction? It starts at 2 and it takes half a revolution. Where will it stop?
Ma'am, 8.
Yes. Okay. 8. Okay. Neha will tell me.
Yes.
Starts at 5 and makes 3/4 of a revolution in clockwise direction.
Ma'am, 2.
Starts at 5. It started at 5 number. Wait, just a second. It started at 5 and made 3/4 revolution in clockwise direction, like this. In this direction, it moved and made 3/4.
Mom, it's 2 o'clock.
It is?
2 o'clock.
It is? Say loudly.
Mom, it's 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Good. Okay, it's 2 o'clock. So how 2 o'clock? It started from 5 and took 3/4 of the revolution. So from the complete revolution, you will just minus the 1/4 part. It's better to count 1/4, no, rather than counting 3/4.
Yes.
So just subtract the 1/4 part and you will have the rest of the 3/4. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I didn't understand, ma'am.
Okay, I'll explain you again. You have done this chapter earlier.
No, ma'am, not completely.
You are saying in your book it was chapter number 2.
Yes, ma'am, we have started today only, ma'am.
Okay. So how many chapters your teacher has done in the class?
Ma'am, one chapter.
Just one chapter till today.
Yes, ma'am. Our textbooks are new, ma'am.
Okay. That means, and when did your school started?
Ma'am, means we have new textbooks, ma'am. Like these days we are writing bridge course, ma'am. These days. After PT1 exams, we got new textbooks, ma'am.
Okay, so look here, Adya. This direction is clockwise direction. You have seen the needles of a clock always move like this, like this.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is clockwise direction. Okay. And the direction which is opposite to this is anti-clockwise. Okay. Okay. Now, in the first part, when I asked, where will the hands of a clock stop? Now, the hand of a clock is starting from a point. You have to say where will it stop when it starts at 12 and makes half of a revolution in clockwise direction. It started from 12. It's making half of a revolution. Where is half of a revolution if clock is like this, a circle? Where is half of a revolution? This is 12. It started from 12.
Yes, ma'am. 6.
So where will it be?
6, ma'am.
This is half of a revolution. Okay, so that means it stopped at 6. So in this direction. Okay. So second one starts at 2 and makes half of a revolution clockwise. Now in the second case, it is saying it starts from 2 and it took half of a revolution in clockwise direction. So where will it stop now?
Ma'am, 8.
8. Are you understanding now? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
It
Yes.
started from 2, it stopped at 8. Now, in the third case, it is asking, starts at 5 and makes 1/4 of a revolution. Now, it's saying it starts at 5 and take 1/4 of a revolution in clockwise direction, this direction. It takes 1/4 of a revolution. So, 1/4 of a revolution will be there.
Ma'am, 7.
1/4 revolution means on the clock, when you see 1/4 of a revolution will be 15 minutes. Yes. So that is 8. If you see here, 1/4 of a revolution, 5 to 6 o'clock is 5 minutes, then 6 to 7, 7 to 8. Okay. So that's 8. Now, the fourth part is starts at 5 and makes 3/4 of a revolution in clockwise direction. Now it's making, it started at 5 and it made 3/4 of a revolution in clockwise direction like this. So where will it stop now? Now see, you cannot count all 3/4 revolutions, no?
Ma'am, 3.
See here,
It will stop
what
at
will
8
you do?
o'clock, right?
I'll show you. Instead of counting all the 3/4 here, like this, it's better you count 1/4 backwards. Is that? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So instead of counting from 5 till here it is 1/4, till here it is another 1/4, till here it is another 1/4. So that is 3/4. So instead of counting like this, it's better to move in the opposite direction and count 1/4 like this. Okay. So complete minus 1/4 will be 3/4. Complete circle, the complete revolution minus 1/4 revolution will be 3/4 revolution. Yes, so that number is
Yes, ma'am.
at 2. Okay, the clock will
Yes.
stop at 2. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, why did I took this way? I could have taken like this also. That was also correct. But only thing is that you will have to put more efforts here. Counting this 15 minutes is 1/4. Then from 8 to 11 will be another 1/4. From 11 to 2 will be another 1/4. So like this. So instead of counting like this, you could take 1/4 in the opposite direction. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
I hope everyone is understanding this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. No problem. We'll do this, revise this chapter in tomorrow's class also. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay,
Now,
ma'am.
which by the time today it's your homework, you have to revise this chapter. Okay. Whatever you can revise for today, you have to do. Right? This is
Okay.
exercise 2. Then you can move to exercise 3. Those who have done the chapter, those who have not done the chapter, never mind. We are revising here. Okay, so tomorrow also we'll
Okay,
do the same chapter. So which direction will you face if you start facing? Now this is the direction. See here, the directions are like this in perpendicular direction. This is east, this is west, this is north, this is south. Okay, north and south are opposite to each other, east and west are opposite to each other. Okay. Now, the question is which direction will you face? Will you face if you start facing east and make half of a revolution in clockwise direction? Clockwise means like this. This direction is clockwise. Okay. Now you are standing at east, this east, and you are making half of a revolution. So taking half of a revolution means where will you face then? Half revolution will take you exactly the opposite direction of that.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, west.
Yes, that's west.
West, ma'am.
Okay, so because this is 1/4, this is 1/4, this is 1/4, this is 1/4. So this is half of a revolution. It will take you exactly the opposite direction. Yes, understood, Abhya?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, next one is also west.
Okay, we'll see. Now you are facing towards east and you make 1.5 of a revolution in a clockwise direction. Now 1.5. 1.5 means one complete revolution and another half revolution. So that will again be west. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Adya, are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now this last one. This is the last question for today. The class time is over. West and make, you are facing towards the west and you make 3/4 of a revolution in anti-clockwise direction. Now anti-clockwise is like
Opposite
this.
of clockwise.
Opposite, yes. So you
Ma'am,
are
north.
facing towards west and you take 3/4 of a revolution in anti-clockwise. So where will you reach then?
North, ma'am.
Ma'am, north.
Ma'am, north.
Very
Ma'am, north.
good. You will reach
Ma'am,
like
north.
this. This is half and this is again 1/4. So that's north. Okay. B part, you are facing south and you make one full revolution. So where will you reach then? When you
South.
make full
Again south.
revolution?
Ma'am, again south.
Ma'am, again south.
Again south. Okay, whether it is anti-clockwise or clockwise, you will reach at the same direction. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So for today, those who have this chapter in their books, they will revise this chapter and will discuss this chapter tomorrow. Okay. Okay, children. So thank you for joining.
Bye, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye. Have a nice day.